Hey, what's up everybody? NOLADEEJ here, coming to you from City Park, New Orleans. Built in the 1930s, Pop's Fountain in City Park, New Orleans is a beautiful, beautiful sight to see. But it does have a dark history behind it. In the 1970s, this area was pretty run down. The water had been shut off, and everything was pretty grown over. Nothing was fenced in, and this was a very, very popular spot for people to come and practice witchcraft. There were several covens that would come and practice their witchcraft here. Over the last few years, it has been refurbished, and it, once again, is a beautiful sight to see. But I didn't come to talk about the fountain. I came to talk about something else that happened right here on this property. Rumor has it, next to this fountain, many, many years ago, there used to be a cul-de-sac where at the end of the cul-de-sac was a statue placed there in honor of a woman that died. Now there are several versions as to what happened to this woman. Supposedly her name was Mona, and years ago, back in the early 1900s, her and her father lived on this property before it was owned by the city of New Orleans. In one version of the story, she had fallen in love with a sailor, but the father did not approve of their love, so she committed suicide by jumping into one of the lagoons. In a different version of the story, the sailor was only looking for a fling, and when she confronted him about this, he killed her by pushing her into one of the lagoons. So to honor her memory, her father erected a statue of Venus at the end of a cul-de-sac. The cul-de-sac was well known, and many lovers would drive their cars there and park and kiss and make out. And unfortunately, at some point, a car hit the statue, making it fall over and break. So out of all the research that I've been doing, everything's indicating that this was the spot where the cul-de-sac was, and the statue was placed somewhere right around here. And supposedly the bottom part of the statue still exists, but that was information that was provided several years ago. I'm not entirely sure if they've removed that bottom section or not. I know the statue itself remains in the basement, or if there is a basement, of the New Orleans Museum of Art. So the statue did exist at one point, but exactly where it was on the city park grounds, nobody seems to know quite for sure where that spot is. But most seem to think that that spot I just showed you was in fact where the cul-de-sac was and where the statue was. There are some spots that are grown over that might indicate where the statue used to be located. Supposedly the base of the statue is still here somewhere, but it's been grown over. I don't know if it still exists out here or not. I don't know if it's been removed. What I read about the base of the statue still being here was from about 8 years ago, so it could have been removed since then. I'm not really sure. Here's a spot that's a little more grown over that also has some water. It seems like it could be a more likely candidate for where the base of the statue might be, but I still don't see an indicator that this was a cul-de-sac at one point. Again, the spot that I'm looking for is not exactly well known. Again, all signs point to this spot being where the cul-de-sac used to be and the statue being placed somewhere around here. Obviously, the base of the statue is not in this area. That just leads me to believe that maybe if this was indeed the spot, that maybe they finally removed the base of the statue. I'm not really sure. I couldn't find any information about that. Again, everything that I found that talked about the base of the statue still being on the property was several years old. I couldn't find anything recent. Now supposedly this spot is haunted. People have said that they've seen a ghostly figure walking around the grounds out here and down this road here at nighttime. So let's come out here at night and see what we can see. Well, now I'm out here at 3 a.m. I'm on the other side of the fence that I was just on, and I wanted to see if I can spot anything out of the ordinary. Supposedly you can see Mona Lisa's ghost walking around right here at this spot. This is the original spot where the cul-de-sac was. See if we can see anything weird or unusual. My camera would focus. It's so dark out here. The sound from the interstate is right next to me too, so it's very loud. I'm gonna walk over here. It's gonna get a little dark, so I'm gonna see if maybe we can see a little something. Did you hear that? I hope the camera caught that noise. That was weird. I don't know what that was. Let's walk up here and see if we can see anything up here. This is a little further up the road than where I was. Well, didn't see any ghosts, but what are you gonna do, right? And whether you're going to come out here to hunt for ghosts or come out here just to look at this beautiful fountain, I highly recommend coming out to City Park, New Orleans and checking out Pop Fountain and the surrounding areas in hopes that maybe you could find the ghost of Mona Lisa walking around. Who knows? But this fountain is gorgeous. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed a little lanyap from this Who Dat. Now go pass a good time.